So we're going to start on our feet. Just going to get everything nice and warm. So I want you to place your hands on your hips, soften those knees, and we're just going to start with some lovely rotations with the hips. Hope everyone's had a lovely day so far. Just really playing around with the mobility. So as your body gets a little bit looser, oh, we've got lovely D coming in. And then slowly changing direction. Hi, lovely D. We're just getting started. We've literally just started the first exercise. We're going to get nice and relaxed core control and stretch. Good. And then coming to a standing still, we're just going to place our hands on our shoulders, big rolls up. Really playing around with the mobility of the shoulders. So I really want you to exaggerate that movement there, coming out all the way. You can even, if you, sometimes here we're slightly restricted. So if you do want to go one arm at a time and see what your mobility is like on the other side, then you may do that. You've got permission to do that. Good, last few. And then we're just going to open up that chest, wrap our arms around. So when you take that hand back, you're going to look up. As you wrap, you're going to take the gaze down. So big breath in, big breath out. Good, last few. Tell you what, my feet are a little bit cold here. Take that right arm all the way up and over. And then we're going to push all the way over to the other side. And again, over to the left. Unless it's flipped, then this could be all right. And change. And then we're just going to get a little bit of a march on just to get the blood flow going, adding in some wrist rotations. If at this point now you want to drop your shoulders down and stretch off that neck, please do so. We're going to start with, similar to what we did a couple of weeks ago, some sun salutations, which is a routine in yoga, very core based, very mobility based. We're going to go through it slowly to start with. If you do know this series, by all means go ahead and repeat it as often as you'd like to. You're going to start at the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Take your hand up above your head, looking towards your thumb. As you breathe out, you're going to peel your arms down towards the ground, bending your knees as much as possible. Hands spread nice and wide. From here, take your right foot back, so you push your weight back, so it's not too much on the wrists. Then take your left foot back into a high plank. If at this point your wrists are screaming at you, just want you to rotate them, get them warm. Then we're going to drop the knees down, untuck those toes, lower ourselves to the ground nice and slowly. We're going to come into Cobra to start, so we're not going into full down facing dog just quite yet. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, pushing through the hands, bum to heel, we're going to sit in child's pose. It's a very modified sun salutation, but that's what we like. And then taking a deep breath in, we're going to roll up into that downward facing dog. And we're just going to march out those heels, get into the groove this evening. And then taking the gaze to in between the hands, we're going to step or tiptoe the feet in to meet the hands. Halfway lift up. As you exhale, you're going to lower your head down towards your knees, relax your shoulders, get them nice and heavy. And slowly rolling up the body to the top. Good work, everyone. We're going to go again. So deep inhale up. Really stretch the body. As you exhale, we're going to just roll it down, hands to the ground. Inhale, look up. You're either going to step one foot back and the other, or you may want to jump at this point. Get that core engaged. And then drop the knees down, untuck the feet, keep the elbows squeezing in, rolling up into that upward facing dog this time. Oh, my back just clicked. That's a good sign. Take a deep breath in, roll those shoulders back. I'm going to push through the hands, bum to heel. Relax either the chin or the forehead, down into the ground. And then rolling up into that downward facing dog, marching up the heels, Noticing how your body feels looser already just after 1.5 sun salutations. And then looking towards the hands, we're going to tiptoe the toes in or jumping. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold over. Get those shoulders nice and heavy. And then you can take your hands to support on your hips, roll up to the top. Give everything a shake. Oh, we're going to do that one more time through. So our bodies are nice and warm, and then we're going to go into the main part of the session. So inhale, look up, stretching out. You should feel it in your abs, your rib cage. You may even want to, at this point, give it a little wiggle, just to encourage your shoulders to go up a little bit more. Exhale, roll the hands down towards the ground. So if you want to try the jump back now, you're more than welcome to. I'll just demonstrate. You take both legs back like so. If that's a bit too advanced for you right now, just go into the step back. That's absolutely fine. Hold it there. And then slowly bring the knees down, untuck the toes. Elbows stay tucked in. You resist allowing your body to fall to the floor. And coming into that upward facing dog. Such a wonderful stretch. Catching your breath back. This time you can go straight back into your downward facing dog, or if you like, coming into child's pose, you're more than welcome to pause here for a moment and then roll up whenever you feel ready to do so. Hands spread wide, middle fingers are parallel, pointing forwards. And we're going to find stillness. So I want you to bend your knees, push your bum back so you've got a lovely straight line from the tip of your finger to your bum. So instead of sort of this, bend and lengthen. Chin tucks in, try and find stillness. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Looking towards the hands, you're either going to slightly jump or step in. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Roll those shoulders, loosen off those hands. And then we're slowly going to bend the knees to support the spine, rolling up to the top. Okay, give it a shake out again. Okay, we're going to just get the cores nice and fired up. So the next bit we're going to do on our backs, we're going to do our favourite dead bugs, just because I feel like they are the most important exercise to getting that core connection. So you're going to start lying down on your back. Naturally, if you use your hands now, put them underneath, you've got a space. So I want you to tilt your pelvis, bring those knees up, feet flat. So not pointing, flat like this. You're going to place your hands on your knees, and we're going to very slowly take the left leg towards the ground, pause, and bring it up, keeping that back connection. If you lose the back connection, just put your hands underneath your bum like this, like that. That's it. One leg moving at a time, and your hands are there to resist your opposite leg coming in towards you. So if you take the hands away, sometimes this can happen, which we're trying to resist. So just slowly, just want you to focus on your form right now. Slowly controlling those movements, hovering, pausing, feeling that core connection. All about the control. With this whole class, imagine you're moving in slow motion. That's it. Well done. We've got 3 more we're going to do like this. Last one. And then we're going to wrap our hands around our legs, slowly shaking it left to right, massaging the lower back. Next one we're going to do, just whilst you're relaxing in that position, hands are going to be here, we're going to take it up a notch. So we're going to take hands away, we just focus on keeping those legs nice and still. Left leg moves, right arm comes back. You watch my right leg stays nice and still, and we're going to alternate like that. So really focus on your form. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Breathe in, slow motion down. This is all core strength and coordination. Keep that other leg nice and still. Engage those feet. Well done. Focusing on nice smooth breath, inhaling and exhaling. Halfway through. Woohoo! It's a little bit of a thigh burner as well after the day of today. 4 more. Keep that core control, that's it. As you get a little bit more tired, your body's going to want to rush the moves. Take it slow, good. Oh, last one. And then taking the inside of the feet, soles together, you're just going to relax in this lovely open butterfly position. Shoulders on the ground, stretch out those groins. And just taking a moment here. And whilst you're relaxing, I'm going to show you the next one. We're going to do a modified jackknife. So the feet are going to stay where they are. We're going to come up, touch our hands together where our legs are, open up all the way, hands touch. So 1 like so, and up. So you're trying to keep your arms as low to the ground as possible, but crunching up the shoulder blades at the top. Are you ready? 3, 2, and 1. So legs stay in dead bug position, fan the hands round, lift, touch, and round. New move. Full of new moves on this Monday, aren't I? Try to resist bringing those knees in. Keep the feet flexed. Good, squeezing it in, opening up the chest as well. So this is really good flexibility and mobility exercise for your shoulders. Keep them nice and close to the ground. Moving nice and smoothly. Good, last few. Looking good, everyone. Really crunch up, get that core engagement. Last one. Good, and we're just going to straighten out those legs, give it a little bit of a stretch like so. Let it relax. We're going to take it up a notch. So we're going to put both of those 2 exercises together. Single leg like so, crunch it up. Okay, so it's quite an advanced move because we put both exercises together. So break it up as you need to. Are you ready? 3, 2, and 1. So first when you take the dead bug leg down, sweep the hands, touch, sweep them back. Then you move your leg back up, over to the other side. So we're combining those 2 exercises together. Oh la la! If that gets a bit too much, keep 1 foot on the floor like this and change as so. This is still going to give you a really good core workout. That's going to reduce any impact on that lower back. If your lower back's feeling strong, by all means carry on like this. Watch my heels still lifted the whole time. Really slow it down. Don't try and do too much at once. Arms move, legs move. These are some great exercises to add in whilst you're watching TV adverts, FYI. If you ever find yourself watching TV with the adverts, I want you to do these exercises on the floor. Good, last few. Oh. Last one. Good, and then grabbing hold of the back of the knees, we're just going to slowly rock it up to the top, and we're going to take the soles of the feet together, a little bit of a counter stretch, coming forward like so. Getting those areas of the glutes and the hips, giving those a little bit of love as we transition into the next little section we're going to go through today. Roll those shoulders back, really want you to get nice and relaxed and into this session. Taking both hands up above the head, we're just going to peel down that left, stretch out the sides. Baby tonight. And you can even, if your flexibility is feeling good today, take that elbow down too. Trying to keep the shoulders stacked, so not coming in front or beyond. Good. Inhale, come up to the top. Exhale, peel that hand down. Stretch out that side. Oh, feels good. Last deep breath in. and pushing it up to the top. Okay, we're going to transition into our tabletop position next for our next series. So again, like I said, the core work's going to be quite challenging because we want to have that mix. So if there's any bits that you need to modify, please do so. First one we're going to do is a bit of a combination. So we're going to have our toes tucked, knee lift with a push back, okay? So normally when we do this, we come from a plank position and push, and we have a greater range of movement. Today I want you to focus on that core engagement of keeping that tabletop position here, pushing back slowly whilst keeping the knees exactly where they are. Okay, if that gets too much, you lift, you return, child's pose. So you break it up into halves. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Hands spread nice and wide, grip into the ground, lift those knees up. Very slowly push the bum back, keeping the knees where they are. And pushing through, back to that tabletop. Keep those knees up, and again. Keep the core engaged. So imagine you're resting a lovely bowl of my porridge on your back, and if you don't have your core control, it's going to spill everywhere. The slower you do this, the better. Keep it up, well done. Oh, quads. Good, last few, stay with me. Last one. Push it back, squeeze. Bring it forward, drop the knees down, shake off those toes. Push it back into child's pose momentarily. And then rocking it up to the top, we're going to go into some plank rotations, and we're going to look really lovely and smooth as we do it. So from here, you're going to twist your feet, open up, bring it down, change over to the other side. If that's too challenging, you stay on the knee, you open up like so, and bring it back down. Okay, so that's how you break it up. We're going to move really slowly and mindfully. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Starting in that plank position, I want you to feel strong in this position before you move. You then twist your feet, bring the arm round, however gracefully you'd like to. You could go the reverse way. Strong core. Good. And then you transfer the weight over. Nice big half moon with your arms. This is working your core, your obliques, your shoulders. Inhaling as you move one way, so we go. Exhaling as you move back the other. I know you can't really see because of my jumper, but my shoulder stays under my wrist. So if you're finding you're coming here, drop it down to the knees for now and just open up like so and rotate like this. So we're just encouraging that range of motion across our upper body, coinciding with our lower. Excellent work, everyone. Keep it up. Last few reps. Really open up that chest, smooth motions through. Last one. Good, and then dropping those knees down, keeping the hands where they are and the bum where they are. You're just going to walk out your hands, drop your chest down into dolphin. So we're stretching out those shoulders now. And slowly rolling out. Going to drop it down to the elbows next, give our wrists a little relax. Doing some core strengthening on the wrist. So what I want you to do, grab hold of both of your elbows, then take your hands away. That's your distance. From here, we're going to step back. We're going to do some plank rocks, moving as slowly as we possibly can. That's a little bit too much. You stay on the knees, you rock forward, you rock back. Are you ready? 3, 2, and 1. So we push it forward. Keep those bums down nice and low. So instead of being up here, fight that urge, keep it flat. Breathing in and breathing out. Belly button sucked in towards the spine, glutes squeezing too. If you feel like your core engagement comes away, Just reset yourself. So you drop to the knees, you come back up, shoulder strengthening. Good, we've got 4 more reps. Anyone shaking yet? Last 2. Last 1. Drop it down to the knees. Coming back up. You're going to just stretch out the feet so you keep your feet like so. Give those a little rest. Rolling the shoulders. Noticing how your body, what sensations you may be experiencing. And then coming out, just going to do a little bit of shoulder mobility and stretching on our next bit. So what we used to do, take a really deep breath here, stretch, and you're going to pretend like you're going to thread the needle, and then bring it up. Keep that core engaged. You're going to do about 5 opening up until you go into that stretch. Last one, inhale. As you exhale, thread that needle through, drop down into that shoulder, give it some love and attention. Additional chest opener option, you take that hand away and you open up here. Last deep breath in. And taking that hand away, bringing it up to the top, we're going to change it over to the other side. 5 dummies, 1 assist. Are you ready? Breathe in, thread it through, and then bring it back. This is working your core, so keep it engaged. Excellent, 2 more. Last one, breathe in, thread that needle all the way through, plant it onto that shoulder. Additional chest opener option, you take that hand away, wrap it onto the inside of the other thigh. Last deep breath in. And then slowly pushing into that hand, coming back up to tabletop position. Okay, next move we're going to do standing balancing work. So if you need to grab a drink at any point during this practice, then do so. So we're going to all meet up at the top like so. First one, we're going to do a bit of hamstring and core work. So we're going to just hip hinge to start. Hip hinge, you have your hands on your hips or however you'd like to. Knees are soft, so they're not straight and bent out. They're slightly soft, but not hip. So we're here, hinging at the hip. So this is the only place that your body should be moving. You're bringing your chest down in a straight line here. Core's tight. Hamstrings, you should feel it. And then work it up. So breathe in, roll down. Keep your chin tucked in and up. Core engagement, the most important part of this whole session and in life in general. Good. Last 2. Just gently keeping that core engagement. And last one. In. We're going to shift all that weight over to the left-hand side using that movement we've just worked on. You're going to hinge at the hips here. Extend that other leg out. If you do not hinge at the hips and you just kick back, you'll only get to about here. Are you ready? Deep breath in. You can have your hands up here, you can have your hands here. Hinging at the hips. So you're keeping them square, dropping the chest down, keeping the chin tucked in, and we're going to hold it here. So keep that core nice and tight. Have a little feel, make sure it's tight. Keep your eyes about 1 meter away from you, focusing on one point. Bringing that attention back to the breath, keeping the hips square. Well done, last few seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Dropping that foot back, opening it up. We're going to come down into this warrior position here. So your foot's at a lovely 45-degree angle. You're bending into this position. Knees coming out. So instead of collapsing in, keep it strong, poke it out. Take a really deep breath and get nice and low into this position. You can even come back if you fancy it, or if that's enough for you today, you can just chill there. And then using your power, I want you to push back up into that pose one last time. We're going to do this one through twice. So same leg, same balancing exercise. This time I want you to take your arms out like you're a lovely flying bird. Keep that core engagement, keep that focus. If you are a little bit wobbly today, it doesn't matter. Just showing areas that we can look to improve. Everything's always positive. Keep nice and strong. Last 5 seconds. Last deep breath in and bringing it down with control, opening it up, dropping back down into that warrior position. It's a very strong and powerful position this, so make sure you make use of it, looking out towards your fingertips. Core engagement, good. Lean it back if you desire. 3, 2, and 1. Push it to the top. Shake out those legs. Well done, guys. We're going to repeat that through over on the other side. So make sure your toes are spreading all evenly on the ground. Take a deep breath in, focus. And we're going to drop that leg back, hinging at the hips again, keeping them square. Well done, looking solid, guys. That's great. Really going to hold, grip into the ground with your feet, chin tucked. Core squeezing. For 3, 2, and 1. Drop that foot back, leaning into that lovely warrior position, opening out the chest, but keeping that gaze forward. Knees, imagine they're drawing like a semicircle away from you. Get nice and low, core nice and tight. Don't be afraid to bend into this leg. Only if your knee's not going beyond your toe. If it is, shuffle it a little bit further forward. For 3, 2, and 1. Push back up into that powerful pose. We're going to take the hands out this time. Drop it down. Well done, good effort, everyone. This was great balance work, great core control. Keep those arms working too. 2 more deep long breaths. Drop the chest down a little bit more. 1 and 2. Step it back out again. Foot at a 45-degree angle, leaning into this position. Shoulders stacked, looking forward. Enjoy this position. It's a good one. Try to prevent letting that back arm fold. Keep it strong. Oh, I forgot to bring the back bend. My bad, everyone. We'll just do it now if you want to. If not, don't worry. 1 for the ribs. And then taking the hands, push through that foot to get you up to the top and shake out those legs. Using the length of your mat this time, you're going to take your feet wider than your shoulder distance. You're just going to get the hips a little bit looser. You're going to bend the knees, take the arms up, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, your hands are going to link onto the back of your neck. So the base of your head, bottom of your neck, bend your knees, bring your head down, and then you're going to straighten your knees and using your arms as sort of a weight to encourage your back to stretch that a little bit more. And keep the arms quite loose and gently rocking side to side if it feels good to do so. And then peeling the hands towards the ground, Bend your knees to support your spine, rolling up to the top. Okay, so we're going to finish off, oh gosh, it is half an hour. We're going to finish off with a lovely sun salutation. What we started with the practice is what we're going to finish with the practice. And now I want you to sort of take note of how your body feels now. You're going to keep your core nice and tight. We're going to stay in each position to stretch out to finish a little bit longer. And then we're going to flip it onto the back and chill out. Okay, so start at the mat. Take a deep breath in, noticing how your shoulders feel now, how your spine feels now. Take a deep exhale, fold the body forward. Notice how your flexibility is more and greater right now. Looking forward, you're either going to step your legs back or you're going to bend the knees, jump it back into that plank position. Noticing how strong your spine and core is feeling now. Dropping the knees down, untucking the toes, keeping the elbows tucked in, rolling through into upward facing dog. Rolling the shoulders back, taking the gaze over to the right. And inhaling, taking that gaze over to the left, stretching out the right side of the abs. And then bringing the gaze back to the center position. We're going to go into child's pose. I want feet together, knees apart, deep in child's pose. Allow your chest and your upper body to melt into the ground. Last deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to roll up into tabletop position, where we're going to just give that spine a little bit of loving with some cat-cows. You can add in some shoulder rolls. So you inhale, you draw up. You exhale, you drop, you extend. This is a great one for getting every single vertebrae some attention. No matter what you're doing in the day, whether you are active, maybe a little less active, sat at a desk. This is brilliant. And then finding stillness, untucking those toes. We're going to push it into that down facing dog, tucking in the chin. If it feels like you want to wiggle out your legs, then do so. If you prefer a more static stretch, then stay still. Two more deep long breaths here. And then instead of tiptoeing the hands, we're just going to come back into a plank. Bring your left knee in into pigeon pose. Last few stretches, one for the hips and groin. We haven't given those much attention, so let's squeeze it in now. Right. If it feels good to do so, you can collapse over that leg coming down into the elbows, or even the forehead down to the ground. If you're on the forehands, you're going to come onto the hands, untuck that back toe to create some space, pushing back into downward facing dog. And we're going to change it over to the other side whenever you feel ready to do so. So knee to the elbow. The more your leg is tucked in underneath your knee, like so, the more it will, how do I put this? The less impact it is on your knees. So if you've got slightly dodgy knees or you're unable to keep your hips square, keep it tucked in. Again, you can come and collapse over. Ooh la la. And then if you're on your right leg, just want you to roll onto that right side in order to get out of this position. And we're going to go onto our backs and we're going to finish off with just a few spine stretches. So feet on the floor, arms extended out, just taking both knees over to that left hand side. You can do a few wiggles like this before, or you can go just straight into that stretch. Knees over to the left, gaze over to the right, adjust your hips however you need to in order to get that stretch throughout the lower back. I want you to keep your upper body nice and calm, nice and relaxed, not wasting tension throughout the chest or the shoulders. And then slowly but surely, moving it over to the other side, taking the gaze, adjusting the hips. Last stretch of the day. And then pushing through the hands, just straightening out the legs so that you're completely lying down on the ground, palms facing upwards, just closing your eyes, just 10-second little body scan, noticing how your body feels now, how you've just completed another strong stems class, how you should be so proud of yourself, how there's so much positivity in your body right now, all good vibes. Take a deep breath in. Nice deep breath out, and slowly coming up. If you want to take another few minutes there, you're more than welcome to do so. I feel like we've just all been on a journey. I don't know about you.